King of Fighters. And then he got a job. And then he stopped playing video games.
Yeah, that is the life.
So I really want to see how Sora Toon Link goes. This is a very interesting matchup. This is something that you wouldn't often see, you know, Sora being a higher skill-based character in my opinion, just because of how weird and interesting he is. He doesn't play to the same rules as other Smash characters.
That doesn't mean harder. I feel like that's the thing. Like, people say, oh, he's harder because, you know, he has to work hard. It's like, he's harder because he's not as good. That doesn't make Toon Link like an easier character necessarily. I think both the characters can be very difficult to pilot, especially at a high level where these both are playing.
I really like the combos that Cless is going for. He's not really trying to go for anything too crazy, but he's catching him, Marco, in all these different frame traps, catching him with the additional grabs after he, you know, gets out and doesn't want to get hit by the up airs, you know. Sometimes, if you get hit by something, it's better to just take the combo just to take the combo, get out of disadvantage, and continue to play the game, instead of just trying to steal your way back to neutral every single time. Fantastic job from Cless, getting back to stage, avoiding that up B.
Oh, and an up smash shield. There was so much shield pressure on the get up there with the bomb drop and the up B from Marco, but Cless just holding shield all the way through.
Oh, just tries to tech chase him after the Zero. Zero's so weird to hit, and fantastic job on the returning boomerang forward air. Okay, I'm just going to say this. When Dom does it, it's really cool. When Marco does it, it's just like, it's just Marco. That's the same thing that I'm saying in Smash Ultimate, you know? Both players just utilizing their range to try to get in and show the pressure. And that was actually really cool. Fantastic combo from Marvelous Marco, catching the two side Bs in with the F smash.
Oh, the double bomb into the up B? Okay. Marco has a little something to show of his own.
Marco's clean, dude. That was super sick.
We were giving too many props. He said it's only cool when Dom does it. He said, I got something for you, man. I got something that's going to make you say even I'm cool.
No, dude, he is cool, but just nobody pays attention to him. It's because he's like the quiet demon. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be over here, play very good, and wow, fantastic string, catches him with a jab lock, run off forward air, not ending the stock yet, but that's gonna put some mental damage on deck, I think.
Oh, and the F smash, it's gonna be a great punish on the air dodge down 2 stock for Marco, rocking the Peckham Force Summit tag.
I really like watching Marco because you don't really know what he does. The only person that knows what Marco does is Marco. Like,
yeah, he's got some tricks.
Yeah, he'll throw like 10 bombs at you, but these bombs really don't mean anything. He actually is trying to go for like a down tilt forward air on you. It's just like, what? Why are you pulling 10 bombs? It's like, oh yeah, that's why. You know, you're so distracted on everything else that's happening on you that he's going to get the cool clips, the bomb, up B, and now Cless going back to Terry saying like, you know what? I hate it. I'm going back over to my character. Again. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to go over here and not get camped out, you know?
Okay, the crack shoot, even if you shield the F tilt, it's going to shield poke. He's going to get so much damage on, already 46%. Holding shield, he knows that Marco has some tricks on the shield, but you kind of just got to respect him.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that I actually talked to Marco about is whenever he does play against the FGC characters, he's always actively trying to time them out or, like, you know, play very slow, play out of their range, as you can see with the bombs, to see with the boomerangs, but tries to go in with the dash attack just to see, hey, can I check them really fast? And once you do get the check, FGC characters are so easy to combo, unfortunately.
All right, so even with all of that said, it looks like it's still just been kind of the Cless show for this game number 1. Can Marco do something about it? He's got the pressure started. Not going to be put in a tech situation. Cless just jumps out of there. I'm
just going to say, if you guys saw that that up smash go through Terry up smash going through Link up smash, like, why is that a thing? If you were a human person getting hit by a sword and stuff like that with your fist, you were definitely getting hit by that sword. But speaking of smash, Cless cleaning out that stock and now has the go meter. That's going to be very scary. He knows a lot of different setups into the Power Geyser and the Buster Wolf.
Yeah, those are going to be tools that you can get stocks with so early on. You just have to be aware of how to do it. That dive.
Dude,
Sorry,
that was
at a loss for words for everything I just saw happen. It was a great spike from the power dot.
Dude, what? That is so
Every time I try and talk, he just does something else.
Why is he like this, dude? He was able to instantly get back down, has such a good awareness to get back onto stage, and then hits him with the shield break setup. Again, if you let these FGC characters run over you and give them their offensive time, they're just gonna mess you up just like that. Fantastic job from Cless to steal out that stock, and wow, Nair side B. Or sorry, yeah. Nair burn up. Fantastic job from Marco getting back onto center stage, and I definitely want to see Marco try to pull out a lot more boomerangs, a lot more bombs, and just utilizing his massive range with all these projectiles. But unfortunately, he does not get the roll option select.
That's sitting really solid. How did
it flipped over?
My mic is loose and turned around. I didn't even see it. Alright, but anyways, Cless getting so much damage racked up on this last stock, but it's going to be a boomerang into the forward air. Even trying to jump at a disadvantage, Cless still loses the stock. Marco bringing this one back slowly but surely. He just has to work on a little bit more percent to even it up.
If he air dodged, would he have lived? Because I'm not sure when you should air dodge and when you should jump out of disadvantage to not die off the end blast zone.
I actually really don't know.
Oh, okay then. Understandable. It looks like I'll die, just like Marco with that power dunk right there. Dude, it's so hard playing against characters with a dive kick type of move that isn't from their down air, just because that's definitely something that people aren't really used to as a movement option to both hit you and to kill you, especially in that case.
The worst part is even if it didn't hit, like, look at the height he does this from. That auto cancels. He could have immediately mashed a jab there. Not so much because of that boomerang coming back would have actually interrupted it, but in most situations, if you're not Toon Link with a bomb coming back, you're just stuck there. What do you do? Roll out. He has auto turn.
I'm just going to say this straight out. You saw the bomb on the ground and the boomerang that was trying to cover Marco from that last game. That's like saying, like, oh, hey kids in class, you have until like 3:30 to finish your assignment. Marco doesn't get done with his assignment, but you see all of his work. There's not the answer. But fantastic job. Speaking of answers, returning that with these fantastic strings, ending off with forward or killing him off the side. Now, Cless needs to make something happen now and relatively fast. Fantastic little string, evens it up 36%, but he's down some change, which is a stock.
Down a whole stock. And one thing that I want to really applaud Marco on is it feels like he has so many like game plans going into every game, where the first couple games were at a certain pace, and then he'll go into game 3 and go, well, I lost game 1 or game 2. I'm going to play a completely different pace and make it so difficult, but it's going to be a down air from Cless to even out the game. Once again, he looks for a jump down air.
I really like those reads because those are soft reads. Those are low risk, high reward reads, just because he's able to, if he misses, he goes back to center stage. If he hits it, you just die, you know?
The ledge trap here, he's looking for the down air, he's not going to find it.
Oh, fantastic job. Spot dodge canceling into instant up tilt. He's actually hitting Terry with his own medicine, but exactly at 100% go meter online. Tries to roll behind him, getting him with the fancy down tilt. Nothing just yet, but wow.
Okay, Cless keeping his double jump. He air dodges the ledge, but it's not going to matter. Marco, with the knowledge, goes for the up B to cover all of it.
That is actually so huge for Marco, just because, you know, you definitely don't want to play with Terry with Go, and especially if Cless does take the stock, it's basically like, oh wow, I have to play against somebody that has a comeback factor, you know? So what I'm thinking about is Marco definitely wants to try to get the stock now, or if he does die, he does not want to give go meter at all going into this next stock if he loses it, you know? But unfortunately, you know, not giving up, tries to get him with a forward smash read. Knows he'll live with anything though.
Alright, and this is a high percent for Marco, but he still has another stock to deal with. Never mind, he does not. But he is also at low percent. Everything I just said was immediately wrong.
Oh, fantastic forward throw, getting him off stage, and wow, just catches him with the DI check with the with a mix, basically. You know,
he calls out the drift to ledge. He goes, "You're gonna just hold in. You're not gonna press a button because you know you're not that far. Looks like you could just hold in. I'm ready and waiting with this boomerang forward air."
Exactly, and plus on top of that, that's the fantastic option select